Of course, you want to score 8, 9, 10 runs. You want home runs and that, but it's your best players being at your best when their best is needed. And tonight, the 1 through 3 hitters in the lineup, they go 6 for 17, 2 doubles, 5 RBI, 4 runs, a stolen base, and you look at that kind of production and what that does for you. It takes the pressure off the middle of the lineup and the bottom of the lineup. And tonight, I think it was a great example of what this team can look like when Betts isn't struggling, when Freddie isn't struggling, when Teo isn't struggling, and then Shohei has less pressure on him and he still delivers. So I think it was a great night for this Dodgers offense. And Teoscar Hernandez, who really has been dealing with that groin injury all year, to step up the way he did and the way he has, I think he's going to finish strong. And yes, a lot has been made about his defensive struggles in right field. Well, if you hit like he's capable of hitting, you can look past that. But here's Teo after the game.
You had 2 hits, 2 RBI. When you think about just what's been the key for getting things going in the heart of the order, what would that be for you?
I think getting a good pitch to hit and not trying to do too much. We got a good lineup, guys that can run. Obviously, I don't have to put the ball in the gap, so we can score runs. With a single swing and get a hit, I think that's enough, and we did that today.
You were facing off against Burns. He was hitting 101, 102. How were you able to get to him early in this one?
You know, he didn't miss many pitches in the heart of the plate. I get one in the first inning, but I get a hit, and then after that, he was stealing. I think he threw a very good baseball game. He missed some spots and walked some guys, but I think he did good today.
You started this road trip in Boston, and a place where you love to play. Then you come here to Cincinnati, a place where you love to hit and get some really good numbers. Would you say that this has just been a kind of a confidence boost for you, especially since coming off the IL?
Yeah, you know, I've been working really hard trying to get my timing back, especially now that I can play in these fields that I feel really comfortable hitting, that I can see the ball really good, and you know, just trying to keep going, trying to make this good timing as long as I can, and hopefully get it to the playoff.
It wasn't just the offense today. The support you all were able to give Yoshinobu Yamamoto, how impressive was he?
I mean, Yamamoto, we always expect that from him. He's one of the best one in the business right now. He was not missing a lot of pitches outside of the strike zone. He was hitting the corners, getting the pitch when he wanted to throw it, and you know, it's just another good one for him.
All right, well, congratulations on this win, Teoscar.
Thank you.
So I love to hear that from Teoscar Hernandez. He has been working hard. That was courtesy of Sportsnet LA. But the reason why I say it was a great night, I say BC down below in the comments. And of course, BC, I respect your opinion. Thank you for being a long-time commenter on the show. It's a great night in the context of this is a Dodgers team that since Max Muncy went down with the injury, they've averaged 3.58 runs per game. They've hit 219 as a team. And when you can give your ace 5 runs, well, that's a great night because Yamamoto can take care of the rest. And the other reason why it's a great night is when this team scores 8, 9 runs a game, and they really haven't blown out that many teams lately, when they score 8, 9 runs a game, it's offensive performances like tonight, but you mix in a 2-run, a 3-run home run, a grand slam, a couple solo shots in there somewhere mixed with this. It's a great night because of what I think it could lead to. Mookie Betts and Teoscar Hernandez and Freddie Freeman, all 3 of them, not just 1, not just 2, all 3 of those guys who are, in my estimation, right up there with Will Smith and Max Muncy when he's right. I mean, those are all guys that are right close together when they're feeling it. And I think Freddie, of course, as just a pure hitter is on another level, but those 3 guys have struggled for over a month. And if tonight's any indication of what they could look like for the next 1 month to 2 months leading into the postseason, I think it's great for what it could be. If they scored 5 runs and it was like a fluky home run from someone down the order or Pages just getting hot or something like that, but those guys struggling, I'd be less encouraged. I'm more encouraged because this team is not going to be a special team unless the top of the lineup comes through and performs well. And tonight was hopefully a sign of things to come. But player of the game has to go to Yamamoto. But let me know down below in the comment section, who is your MV3? Who are the 3 most important Dodger players in this game? Who is your MV3? OG Trice, $5 super chat. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that. And I also appreciate your profile pick. I mean, that's Lavelle Crawford, right? That's Huel from Breaking Bad. I love when he's sitting on the money, that one famous scene. Big Breaking Bad guy here for sure. Way to go, Dodgers from Wilma. Who's your MV3? I'm going to read some off right now, so get those ready. I think that any list that doesn't include Yamamoto is probably going to be inaccurate, so I think Yamamoto has to be included. My MV3 for tonight, I got to go Betts. I want to say Teoscar Hernandez did strike out 3 times, goes 2 for 5. Ohtani went 1 for 3, but had those 2 RBIs, also drew those 2 walks. I got to go Yamamoto, Mookie Betts, and Shohei Ohtani for my MV3. Ellis Shiva Jones says Yamamoto, Rojas, Ohtani. We've got Yama, Teo, and Show. That's from Ken down below. Awesome stuff. What else we got? Conforto should... hold on a second. We got Yamamoto, Mookie, and Ohtani from Carl. Yamamoto, Shohei, and Teo from Huang54. We got Dodgers Z Showtime fans who says Bumfardo should be DFA, now can't hit fielding and running. Have you not been watching the last couple of Dodgers games? Because Michael Conforto goes 1 for 4 tonight. He singled in this one, did have 2 strikeouts, but Michael Conforto has really started to heat up. If we're being completely honest, it's wild. Yeah, Michael Conforto in July. You guys ready for this? Michael Conforto is OPSing 840 in July. 840 in July. After a 596 OPS last month, he's up to an 840 OPS in July. He had a really nice game yesterday, 2 doubles and a home run, and he's really started to produce more at the plate. It feels like the Dodgers are going to stick with him. So, yeah, he actually has been producing. So that definitely has been the big thing. So we're hear from Dave Roberts coming up pretty soon here. And we are also going to talk about the call up. But some final thoughts on just today's game. We got some more comments. 80 Aquino. My MV3 is Yamamoto and Freddie. I like it. Give Freddie the base hit late. Made a really nice defensive play in this one. Bentley 17. Good game. Just need to close better in the 9th. We've got what's the trade vibes from LA at DMAC. We're going to get into that. Ninja Squirrel. Mike M. Dodgers still need to improve hitting with runners in scoring position, certainly, but tonight was a much better night with RISP for the Dodgers. Absolutely just looking better overall in this one. I think the other thing you look at in this one, we got to talk about Blake Trinen. So Blake Trinen, he made his return tonight in Cincinnati. He was on the 60-day IL. He had dealt with injuries really for pretty much his entire Dodgers career, but he has been dealing with that forearm tightness, and he comes back in this one, and there were some ups and downs. There was some promise. There were some good things when you look at just the simple fact that he's back before the deadline. I think that was something that's pretty intentional, just to get some eyes on him before the trade deadline, just to kind of see, hey, maybe we do need to get a little more aggressive, depending on how he looks. Well, he started the 9th inning with the Dodgers up 5-1. He gets ahead on Gavin Lux, and when he goes back tonight and looks at the film, he's just going to really kick himself for that at bat, because he gets ahead and then he throws 4 straight balls and he issues that leadoff walk. Then he bounces back, gets ahead on Steer, then strikes him out with that sinker down and in. And then Stevenson, sinker, leaves it up. He singles to right, puts runners on first and second. Then Benson comes up, gets ahead in the count again, and then singles to right, leaves that four-seam fastball up. Then he bounces back and he strikes out Marte on 3 pitches with runners on the corner. Really started to feel that sweeper, getting that feel for that pitch is important for him. And then he walks Friedel on 4 pitches, and then that was it. His night was over. He loaded the bases there. Dave Roberts, he elects to go to Jack Dreyer, a lefty facing a righty, to take McClain on. Dreyer falls behind the count, but then ultimately gets him to ground out with the bases loaded to end the game. So look, I mean, I don't think you can take too much away from the start from Blake Trinen, but I think like the most important thing is we got really just the most the really the best part about a Blake Trinen start really is when you see the sweeper and when you see the sinker. Those are field pitches. They really are. And it's going to take more than a couple appearances at the big league level, pitching on the road in a road environment to really assess what that looks like. So I still think that healthy or not, the Dodgers need to go after a high leverage reliever, add one more piece. But it's good to see Blake Trinen back out there, right? And basically avoid the worst. And I do still think that there's a lot there for sure. So, yeah. But yeah, I do think that with Blake Trinen, I still think, I don't care if he came out tonight and struck out the side. I think you still need to go out there and get a reliever. But let's talk about some rumors here, okay? Let's talk about some rumors. It's been reported that Dustin May could be headed to the Yankees. The latest is that the Yankees have emerged as the early frontrunner for Dustin May. That's from Pat Ragazzo, who covers them for SI. And for any Dodgers fans that think they're going to get Cody Bellinger for Dustin May, hate to tell you this, but you don't know ball because Cody Bellinger, first of all, is having a good season, a 132 weighted runs created plus, and a 19 home run output. So definitely offensively has been really good. He also has a $25 million player option for 2026. Who knows if the Dodgers really like that. But yeah, you would have to include a lot more to get Cody Bellinger for Dustin May. But I think the big takeaway here is that it appears like Dustin May is going to be traded. And that is basically the main takeaway here for that is that, hey, I mean, they clearly are going to go the 6-man rotation that includes Yamamoto, Glasnow, Snell, Ohtani, Kershaw, and Emmett Sheehan. That's 6 guys. And I think that Shohei Ohtani is going to continue to ramp up and get to 5-6 innings at some point. So you'd need less of a guy to go out there and be that long man to bridge an Ohtani start to the high leverage guys in the pen. I still think it'd be really intriguing to see what Dustin May looks like out of the pen. I think those 96s would look like 98s. The velocity would be up. I think the sweeper would be nastier. It'd be interesting, but clearly it looks like they might Ross Stripling him and just send him to a place that needs starting pitching where he'll have a more prominent role. And then the other big